Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to do a video that was kind of requested of me, and that is to do a Kuva Lich guide. So today my girlfriend and I are going to show you how to obtain a Kuva Lich and your first Kuva Lich weapon. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we get started, there's a few things I need to explain first. In order to get the best Kuva weapon possible that you desire, there are Warframe progenitors. This means that whatever Warframe you're using is going to be what the weapon's base elemental damage is. Let's take for example, I'm Kalervo. I'm going to get a heat elemental base weapon. This applies to all Warframes, so depending on the Warframe you're using, it will give you a different elemental base for your weapon. Our very first step is to, of course, get our Lich. So what we're going to want to do is go over to the planet Saturn, in which you will find the mission Cassini. It's a capture mission which will allow us to capture and, of course, obtain our Kuva Lich. First thing we're going to want to do is actually just go ahead and capture our target. Once you capture the target, what you're going to want to do is just kill as many enemies as you can, and eventually a Kuva Guardian will spawn and subsequently your Kuva Lich. While you're doing this, don't rush to extraction, just walk through the mission, kill the enemies you see as you go through, and eventually it should spawn. Once you've killed enough enemies, you'll get a message like this.
Initiating reclamation.
This means that now your Lich is spawned, so a waypoint will appear, and just go towards that waypoint and kill that enemy. Don't worry though, at this point they're really weak, so you won't really have to struggle much to kill it. Once you've killed the Lich, you'll be given the option of spawning the Lich to acquire the weapon, or you can walk away and try again to get a different weapon, since you can get a numerous amount of different weapons from the Lich. In this instance, I stabbed it since I'm going to be showing you guys how to get it, and also I got lucky enough to acquire a Lich for a weapon that I don't already have. So now that you're happy with the Lich that you've acquired, just go ahead and make your way to extraction and finish the mission. So I'm actually kind of dumb and actually stopped recording right after that, but once you come back into your orbiter, you'll get a screen like this, which is basically your new Kuva Lich that you've just acquired, talking to you and basically just telling you that you're dumb. But once you have that, you can go into your menu and open up the Lich menu, which will show you what percentage weapon bonus you got for whatever, Warframe progenitor you used, and of course its weaknesses, resistance, and what weapon you got. But enough about this, let's move on onto what our next steps are. Alright, so the next step on our list is actually going over our Parazon and how we're going to use it later in the video. As you can see in front of you, we have some Requium Mods such as Loke, Netra, Uul, Vom, and what these actually let us do is stab our Lich. So we're going to go deeper into that later in the video, but I just wanted to let you guys know that these Requiem mods can actually also be acquired through the missions that we're going to be doing, since they can drop Requiem relics, so no need to worry, you can also acquire them through this Lich.
This next part is pretty important, so make sure you're paying attention. We're going to talk about Requiem Murmurs, what they are, and why we need them. Requiem Murmurs can be earned via Kuva Thralls, which only spawn on Lich-infested missions. This means that any mission node with a visible red aura and your Kuva Lich's name, followed by the mission, will be the place to go, as shown here. It's also important to note that the enemy's level will be higher on average and can increase depending on how your Kuva Lich hunt goes. You'll see what I'm talking about just a little bit further in the video. For our first mission, I chose to do a capture mission, since they're fast and easy, but will also allow me to show you how to build up our bar using the new enemy, Kuva Thralls, which will have a staggered spawn throughout the mission. Here we encounter our first Kuva Thrall. All you need to do is kill it and stab it, and you do that as many times as it takes to fill up your bar. Now we just complete the mission as we normally would.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Now you'll notice at the end here that the Lich does steal some of your materials, but don't worry, you'll get them all back when you fully vanquish the Lich. So for the sake of this video, because we like to keep them nice and short, we're not going to show you us progressing through the entire bar, but we will show you what it looks like once the bar is completed and what that means for you guys. So here you'll notice that our Lich has spawned. Now, because this is a defense mission, we'll actually need to kill her to make her go away, but we want to make sure we don't stab her. We don't know the mods in the order that they're in yet, so if we stab her, she will level up and go to a different planet. So what you want to do is just keep fighting her off until she goes away. If you have a different mission type, you can just ignore her as well. When we completed this defense mission, we actually got a Requiem relic, which you can see right here. So this is what we meant when we said earlier that you didn't have to use platinum, because unlocking these Requiem relics will actually give you the mods that you need to complete your Kuva Lich. So now you just keep going through missions and killing Kuva thralls without killing your Lich until you know at least 2 of the Requiem Murmurs. So that's at least 2 full bars. At the bottom right of your screen, you'll see your known Requiems. Those are what you get from filling up the bars. At the top right here, you'll see all the mods that we currently have equipped on our Parazon. Right below that, you'll see the order of the mods that we've already tried. Stabbing your Lich is a lot of trial and error, but it doesn't have to be if you're patient and get your Requiem Murmurs beforehand. As you'll notice, your Lich has 3 individual health bars. These 3 bars represent the 3 Murmurs that we've acquired by doing our missions and killing Kuva thralls. By this point, we already should have done our trial and error with our Requiem mods and stabbed our Lich a few times, so our Lich will have leveled up and moved to different planets. We actually got really lucky and got all of our Requiems right on the first try, but this doesn't usually happen, it'll take a couple of tries. If you've done this correctly, your Lich will give you a voice line and will flee to Saturn Proxima, which is a railjack mission. Once you stab your Lich, complete your mission, head to your orbiter, and now you can go to the Saturn Proxima region.
Yes, you're very clever. You still haven't found me though, have you?
Once in your orbiter, you'll be able to see your Kuva Lich menu and you can see the order of the mods that you got correct. If you need to make any changes, here's where you can do so. If not, now you can proceed to Saturn Proxima.
Now that you've stabbed your Lich, you will be ready to vanquish it, so head over to Saturn in the Proxima region, where you'll be able to find a mission with your Lich, where you will be able to go and of course vanquish the Lich. Of course, like all the other missions before, you'll look for a mission with a red aura, and with your Lich's name, you'll start the mission, and of course look for a group, since that will be probably your best way to go, since these can get pretty tough. And yeah, good luck.
I suppose there is a time for everything, even this. So be it.
Primary target,
course, once you're in the mission, you'll be greeted by your Lich. You can just ignore her and of course start on with your objectives. As you can see on the far left hand side, we can see how many ships we actually need to take out and how many cruise ships we need to kill in order to gain access to her ship. So, of course, we're going to take out the 54 different cruise ships and then the 3 different cruise ships. The way we do that is, of course, for the regular ships, you just shoot them with your cannons on your ship. And for the cruise ships, you're actually going to need to use the cannon underneath of your ship, which is right behind the pilot's seat. Once you've killed enough enemies, you'll be able to board the ship. Once aboard the ship, you'll want to find your Lich. Of course, since you're in a squad, there will be other players' Liches as well, so wait for them to kill theirs, and eventually yours will spawn as well. I'll cut through this part, but essentially what you're going to want to do is speed through all the Liches, kill all of them, let all of the other players as well vanquish all of their Liches, and eventually when yours comes up, you will be given an option. And let's take a look at that now. Once you encounter your Lich and take her down, you'll be able to, again, stab her. So go up to her and press X. What this will give you is an option menu. You will have either between vanquishing your Lich or converting her, as the game says. So what this means is you'll be able to trade the item, but if you vanquish it, you'll receive the item. So we're going to go ahead and vanquish it since we want the weapon that the Lich has.
The system won't be the same without you.
Now that you've vanquished your Lich, you'll be able to head back to your orbiter, but first you have to extract and of course go back into the ship and go to any relay or dock that you feel like to of course fully complete the mission. Once you guys make it back to your ship, go to the middle hub of your ship as well, and here you'll be able to go to the docks.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
As you guys can also see here at the mission complete screen, you can see all the loot, rewards, and mods that she took, stole, or just borrowed from you throughout the missions. They will all be reimbursed and returned to you at the end. Now the last thing you will want to do is head back to your orbiter and you will have a mail message telling you that you have just received your new Kuva weapon. Although a lot of people make this mistake and don't actually know, but it won't be in your arsenal straight off the bat. Not if you don't have enough space, that is. If you have enough space, sometimes it does, but majority of the time, or I think 100% of the time, it'll go into your foundry. And here you'll be able to claim it and of course use it as your own weapon. But that's going to be it for this video. We really do hope you guys enjoyed. It does take us a long time to make these videos, so that's also why there's such big gaps between videos. It's just me editing and putting them all together. But besides that fact, if you guys enjoyed this and it helped you guys out, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, peace.